But we also have to remember that the more things change, the more they stay the same. If you look at what happened in 2013, for example, you had the merger between, or the collaboration between TNA and URP that brought in the dynamic duo, as we call them at the time.
Yeah.
And for both of them, you remember their uniting factor was what was going on at the ICC, and that sort of brought them together because these were two very serious rivals who came together. Now, you've seen a repeat of that sequence with what happened with the handshake this year. So those are trying to recreate that moment. Then also when you're looking at the collaborations, so Raila Odinga is one person who almost every election he goes into it with a policy. He doesn't go by himself. So he's had the Rainbow Coalition, there's been CORD, there's been NASA, and this time around you've seen him cobble Azimio. I mean, you gotta give it to them. They know how to pick these names. They always resonate. And you have seen with every election, he always gets his people to come along with him. He's very good at mobilizing and drawing leaders to himself. But at the same time, you will notice that many of the people who are now in UDA are sort of his former proteges and partners. So he has a way of making friends, and as soon as he's done with the election, he doesn't really keep them. So you find that, like we said, the more things change, the more they stay the same. So that is why you find a place where, for example, you would have not had any votes for let's say, Ruto in Western, for example. But now because Mudavadi shifted, he mobilizes his base for Ruto. Now you will say, okay, that is a possible battleground for Ruto. But in actual fact, it's still just the base for Mudavadi, to be honest. It's just because Mudavadi has shifted base. So all this political chess playing as well keeps changing and mutating the colors. You may find on the ground that things are totally different. The Wananchi still want the same thing. They still want Maendeleo, they want this, they want that. But the politicians themselves play this game of numbers that keeps changing the colors. But if you really look, it's the same color painted on it.